back to my channel. My new thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my outfit, whenever I do a video now. I'm going to show you what I'm wearing. So this, I know you can't really see it, can you, because of where the camera is. This is a jumpsuit from River Island that I've had a long time. Oh, is that better? I've had it a while, but I haven't really worn it that much. I really like it. I think it looks great, but oh my God, it's such a nuisance when you're out and you want to go to the loo. I'm having friends over tonight, so I thought I would wear this. Anyway, today's video is, do you remember when I made Coco's ballet shoe cake and I said I was going to insert some pictures of my previous masterpieces? I don't think it's going to work very well if I'm literally just holding the photograph up. So Phil has very kindly made a film of all the cakes. So I'm going to voice over his film explaining about my cakes. I hope you like it. So this is a vinyl that I made for my husband. It's got licorice musical notes. Oh dear, this is a squashed hamster. This wasn't one of my best. I think I've got spaghetti whiskers. Aha, a masterpiece. This is a gingerbread cottage. I loved this cake. It's just covered in sweets. I use those little chocolate buttons as roof tiles, and the walls a chopped Mars bar. There's actually some little milk bottles that you can't really see in the picture, but I loved this cake. This was a handbag for Freddie. I don't know if I copied a designer handbag, I wouldn't know. There's a number 17 there, so I assume this was for Freddie's 17th. Oh, I loved this cake. It was so much better than it looks in the picture. It's an ice skate. I used licorice for the heel block and polos for the eyelets for the laces that were fizzy laces. It was quite big actually. It doesn't look it here, and I had to carry it on the tube. She had an ice skating party at the ice rink in Bayswater, and I had to take this on the tube. Oh, I've just seen the blade is a curly whirly. Oh God, this was a disaster. This was a school project for Coco. It's supposed to be a volcano. Oh, here's my best friend Fiona taking a swim. I made this because she was really into swimming at the time. I've done tiles around the pool and a little towel there and rubber ring. So this is a VW camper van with fruit pastels as headlights and licorice wheels for the wheels. This was for my friend Kathy's birthday. And here she is looking stunning, sunbathing on the roof of her camper van with a bottle of gin clutched in her hand. So this was when Freddie reached 100,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel. It's got the YouTube play button there. It'd be nice if I could make one of these for myself one day. Oh, so this was Coco's 7th birthday cake. She used to love that Jacqueline Wilson book, Sleepovers. So she had a sleepover and I made all the little girls. And in the middle there's her pink bunny that she loved. There's Nellie on the bed and all their bags and slippers. That was a good one too. Oh, this was a unicorn cake for Coco. She was unicorn mad. I made the main out of squeezing the icing sugar through a syringe. You know, the Calpol syringes. Oh, look at the pretty flowers in her hair and her hooves. And look, she's got a flower on her bottom. That's a nice cake. So none of these cakes are in any order. It's just how the photos came up. This is when Coco was obsessed with all things horrible, bugs and snakes and spiders crawling all over and through the middle. Freddie's birthday must have been around Hall Week, the year that I made this. I think this is probably my best cake. So if you look closely, you can just see shoes, bags, dresses, trousers, t-shirts, hats. It took me ages making all those. Oh look, I've just seen some Ugg boots. I love this cake. She was delighted with it. And it's so pretty. I can't believe we ate it. This is another school project. This is Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. The roof is made of chocolate flakes and the beams Cadbury's chocolate fingers. I was obviously short of time this year. It looks like I've just bought a box of chocolates and plonked them on the top with some raspberries. These are the easiest cakes to make. You just get a doll from the pound shop, break its legs off and stick it on the top of your pudding bowl cake. Oh, I made this cake for my friend Duncan. You kind of have to turn your head sideways to see it really. It's a Rolex watch. He collects watches, so I've got a brown leather strap that looks like chocolate cake, and I'm not quite sure how I ice this. The hands are matchmakers. Oh, this is so much better than it looks, this cake, believe me. This is when we were all completely obsessed with the Prince of Egypt musical. It's the parting of the Red Sea. So I made the cake, I cut it in half. Can you see all the sea creatures in the sea? And the sand in the middle is crumbled digestives, and you can see all the people fleeing through from one land to the other. I actually loved this cake. Another cake for Coco. This is when she was gymnastics mad. I don't know how old she was. She did gymnastics from being about 3 to 13, so it could have been anywhere in that time. It's one of my layer cakes with marshmallows on the top to decorate. Oh, this was a nice, easy cake to do. Well, I say nice, it's not really, is it? But she was so into emojis at the time, so she was thrilled with it. It was just yellow icing rolled out and spread over with a bit of black icing cut to shape. Really, really easy, this one. This is a mixing desk that I made for Phil, who's a sound engineer. I think there was lots of licorice involved in this cake, and I've put his favourite number up there, 666, and the wires are made of licorice. Up the owls, as they say in Sheffield. This was a birthday cake that I made for my dad, who was a lifelong Sheffield Wednesday supporter. He spends most of his life being disappointed. You've seen this one before. It turned out okay. It was quite complicated, this, trying to get the point shoes to stand up. But as you can see, when we cut inside, it just looked so pretty. It didn't really matter. This is probably the worst cake I've ever made. Coco was about 3 and I asked her what she wanted, and she said, "I want a dinosaur with a princess in its mouth and blood dripping." So this is a dinosaur with a plastic Princess Fiona in its mouth. I've used fingers for the spikes and licorice for its claws and eyelashes. This was made to celebrate my friend buying a flat in this lovely house. This was quite easy, I think. I just made 3 separate cakes and stuck them together and used chocolate buttons as the roof tiles, and then cut out the windows and doors with icing and stuck them on. It looks quite impressive, actually. This one looks quite professional for me. I'm not even sure I made it, but Phil thinks he remembers buying those chocolate rolls to go around the side, so I must have done. This is Freddie ice skating with a cocktail stick in her stomach to keep her upright. This is another one of those easy peasy cakes, just with the doll that you stick in the top, although I can see that I have actually made her corset out of matching pink icing. So we've come to the last one that I'm going to show you. I've made so many more than this, but I haven't got the photos, unfortunately. This was for Coco when she was obsessed with Stranger Things. I used M&Ms for the light bulbs. This was quite an easy one too. So I hope you enjoyed looking at my past masterpieces and failures. I never really think it matters if it doesn't work out well, because at the end of the day it's the thought that counts and the love that goes into them. So I hope I've inspired you to make something fabulous or not so fabulous for your loved ones. Okay, I shall see you next time. Bye!